This morning for our program we have Terrie Frankel, who served in the USO, I believe it was November and December, in Vietnam. And she has, the reason you're sitting as you are, and this screen is down, is guess what? She has video to show. So please help me welcome Terrie Frankel.
Thank you, Jolene Pierson and Laurel, for inviting me to talk to you on this subject that is very near and dear to my heart. That is my sister Jennie and I, our tour of Vietnam in 1968 with USO. And every time I think about it, it brings back a salvo of memories about the many adventures and experiences that Jennie and I had.
Double your pleasure, double your fun, with double double mint gum.
And it all started with that song in 1966 when our father wrote a letter to William Ridley Jr. saying, I have two talented twins. They sing, they play guitar, and they play accordions. We got a job, and from this moment on, our lives changed. We didn't play accordions in the commercial. However, our 10 years of lessons paid off in 1968, the year of the Tet Offensive, when we auditioned for the USO and found ourselves in Vietnam a few weeks later. For Jennie and I, who grew up in the inner city of Chicago, this was a life-altering experience. Our troupe consisted of Joey Bishop, Tippi Hedren of the Birds, Sarah Sue from the Gaslight Club, she was real cute and everybody loved her, comedian Tony Diamond. We didn't need electricity, so unlike the Bob Hope show, they dropped us off in the boonies, where servicemen rarely ever saw entertainment. They'd be waiting there for hours in the hot sun to hear us perform. And one night, I have to tell you about one interesting night, we were asleep in our tents out in the boonies. They rarely actually had us sleep there, but we were out there sleeping, and they roused us up, and they said that there were VC spotted in the area. So they put us on helicopters and popped out the windows, and they were shooting the night sky, and they shepherded us home to our Saigon Hilton in Saigon. And I wonder to this day how many of them are still alive, these wonderful men who saved our lives. Because as you see, there were over 58,000 people who died there. We ended up returning to Hawaii, where we entertained troops. And after that, we performed at the Comedy Store in Hollywood, where two unknown comedians actually introduced us. And they were David Letterman and Jay Leno. And I talk about them in my history project interview with Jolene Pierson. That's how all of this started. Colonel Al Cornell said, oh, they have a Veterans History Project, and why don't you go over and get interviewed? And Jolene did that for me. Thank you very much. And I put it on YouTube. So if you want to see my Veterans History Project interview on YouTube, you can put yours on too. Jennie married someone in Indiana, so I ended up going to Hong Kong. I studied Cantonese at the University of Hong Kong. I was the bilingual creative director for Chase Compton Advertising. How many people here speak Cantonese or Mandarin? Okay, I'm going to speak a little. That's Cantonese, and Mandarin is that
sounds just right.
Okay, it sounds right there, okay. I have a lot of Chinese friends who I keep it up with. Okay. After Hong Kong, I returned to California, where I worked at Walt Disney Studios, Universal Studios, and I wrote screenplays and I produced television. I was on the board of directors of the Producers Guild of America. Actually helped found their magazine, and also the Producers Guild of America Golden Laurel Awards. And they're one of my right now the biggest awards, one of the biggest awards in Hollywood, very prestigious. I worked at Dove Books on Tales from the Casting Couch, and as a result of the O.J. Simpson trial, I was a ghostwriter on a book called Nicole Brown Simpson, Private Diary of a Life Interrupted. And I actually ghostwrote that with Mike Walker of the National Enquirer. That book stopped the O.J. Simpson trial, and it sold over 1 million copies. And that book led to another big seller that I wrote with my sister called You'll Never Make Love in This Town Again. And our book sold 450,000 copies. The timing was great. In recent years, I joined the Sedona Marine Corps League. Anybody here belong to that? And they're open to people. You don't even have to be a Marine to join. I'm an associate member. And they welcome people, especially for Toys for Tots, during the winter. You can see Colonel Johnson ask you if you want to know more about that. And last year was an unbelievable year for me. I was actually awarded the Excellence in Arts and Entertainment Award from the Vietnam Veterans of America. And they flew me and this handsome man sitting on the floor to Wichita to get that award, so very, very lucky. And I was inducted as the honorary commander of the 944th Aeronautical Staging Squadron at Luke Air Force Base, thanks to Colonel John Skineski and his wife Judith Patton. They've been really terrific. And thank you. And they actually gave me this flight suit and boots and shirt and socks.
And what does the 944 do?
Oh, man, you ask. The 944
on cue.
is a reserve medical squadron that cares for sick and wounded soldiers locally and escorts them through the air medical evacuation system to a higher echelon of care during contingency operations. And thank you, Jolene Pierson, for making this happen and making it such a rousing success.